Hello everyone, it's Chef Alora here, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a fresh duck egg quiche. The eggs that we have today are from Anthony's Roots in Statesboro, Georgia. They are a wonderful family-owned farm that have eggs that are free-range, non-GMO, permaculture eggs, and pastured. Look at the chickens just walking around. But all that aside, I do have to let you know that this is not a sponsored video. I shared Anthony's Roots with you all to remind you to shop local and support small businesses whenever you can. And without further ado, today
I'm going to be working on quiche. This one's going to be full of veggies, and I have some ham left over from Easter, and then I have some bacon here. And we have lovely duck eggs from Anthony's Roots. I'm going to cook the veggies first before I put them into the quiche. That's just how I like to do mine. You don't have to, but that's how I prefer it. I'll be cooking it with a little bit of butter, just pretty much sauteing it down so it's not taking up too much space once you get it inside the pre-made pie crust. And these are just, you know, grocery store pie crusts that were frozen and they've been thawed. So we're going to start off with just melting a bit of butter in this pan. And again, the veggies, we have yellow bell pepper, white onion, and tomato. You don't need a lot of different seasonings for quiche. I mean, you can, but the meats that are going in here are very flavorful. I'm going to season up the eggs, plus the duck eggs are going to, they have a heartier flavor. So you really want that to shine through, so you don't want to overdo it with your seasoning in this particular quiche. Okay, so at this point, most of that excess moisture has cooked out of the spinach, and I've seasoned it with some black pepper and salt, you know, just to taste. Don't need too much. Here of the quiche, we have duck eggs, like I was stating. Duck eggs from Anthony's Roots are actually a little bit larger than extra large eggs. So you do not need many of them. I'm only going to use 5 eggs per quiche. You see how large the yolks are? So beautiful. They're going to create very, very fluffy quiches. Alright, so we've got our eggs cracked, and I'm just going to add some milk here. And just to keep in mind while you're seasoning these, you're going to be putting in, if you're putting in meat, account for that sodium that's in the meat as well, and cheese. Meat and cheese do have a fair amount of sodium in them, so just be aware. You don't want to make it too salty. See, that's pretty cohesive of egg and milk and pepper and salt. I'm gonna have 1 quiche be ham. And I've got 1 cup of ham here. And we're going to let 1 quiche be bacon. Got 1 cup of bacon that's already cooked bacon. And this is already cooked ham. We're going to just do half a cup here in the bottom of the cheese with cheese. And then we're going to just take half of our spinach mixture here, and put that down into the bottom. You can see it's steaming because it's still warm because we just made it on the stove top over there. But it's definitely something you can make ahead, or if you had some other veggies, like if you roasted vegetables but you wanted to throw them in the quiche, just to do something different with them. That would be a perfectly okay thing to do here. And it's going to seep down into all the little cracks and crevices. I'm just going to move it around a little bit just to make sure that it's getting down to the bottom. And we're going to put another half cup of cheese over the top. And just a tad bit of fresh parsley. Don't need a lot, just a little bit.
So here I'm showing you how I protect the crusts of the quiche or any other pie by just taking a bit of aluminum foil, folding it over, and then kind of forming it to the pie crust. You don't want to press it in, but just make sure that it's covering it. So when you bake it at 350 for about 35 minutes, you take the aluminum foil off and then let it bake for about another 5 minutes just to make sure that it gets a little crispy. And please make sure that you allow your quiche to rest for 15 minutes before you slice it. Look at those layers. Oh my gosh. I want you to admire them real quick. All those veggies, the ham on the bottom, the cheese. That's a beautiful quiche. And thank you for watching, and see you next week.